Hello guys, what's up? My name is Hollow, and today we are back with another episode of Gallery Sweep. So let's go ahead down to the bottom and see who is next for us this week. Alright, it looks like we are at Marielle. Okay, so this one will be interesting. I actually have a story to tell you guys for this one, so this will be fun. Let's sort of just see how she looks. Okay, so she's got her skin detail. Her skin tones, that's good. It looks like she might have skin detail. Alright, yeah, so she did. I think I'll probably change it because the the skin detail she had was by Praline Sims, or maybe Praline. I don't know exactly how you say it. It's just weird because when I talk about pralines, when I talk about the candy, the candy cookie thing, I call it a praline. But when I talk about the creator, I call them praline, and I don't know why. I just do, but I don't know exactly how you're supposed to say it. But they're like their stuff. I used to love their stuff, but I don't really use it as much anymore. Like every once in a while I still use it, but like a lot of my sims are coming to me with those skin details and I just don't feel like using them anymore. I use more by Sims 3 Melancholic or Obscurus or somebody like that. So I don't know. I feel like I'll probably change her skin details. But let's see what her outfits are looking like. Yeah, it looks like she's pretty naked. She's got two outfits, and I don't know if I'll keep them because my pretty much my entire vibe for her was just that she wears pink, like pink sweaters a lot. So I don't know if we're gonna keep that vibe for this one. I feel like I'm gonna have to play around a lot with her because I don't know exactly what I want to do with her. Because I did play her, so I have a storyline with her, but I don't know what I would make her look like or what I would change about her. So we'll just jump into it, and I'll start messing around, and we'll talk about it in the VO. So yeah, let's go. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about Marielle. Originally, the story I made up for Marielle is not the story I actually ended up playing out for her. So I'll tell you the original story first, and then we'll cut to the actual story. So the original idea for her story was that Marielle was never supposed to be by herself. She was supposed to be with her older brother, who's named Marco. But if you, I deleted him. There was a Gallery Sleep episode a while back. I don't even remember which one. It was probably 10 or 20, and Marco got deleted because I didn't really like him very much. But I liked their story, but I never actually played it. So I might redo the story at some point just with different Sims. But essentially, the idea for the story is that Marco is the older brother who's a young adult, and Marielle's the younger sister who's the teen. And their parents have just recently passed away, right? And because of that, Marco's a very well-rounded, straight edge, very good kid, stereotypical good boy, right? And his sister was she was a mischievous kid. She got into a little bit of trouble, but she was always a good kid still. But when their parents passed away, she developed kleptomania as a coping mechanism because it was sort of the idea of the world stole her parents, now she steals from the world, that sort of thing. But she basically starts stealing and stuff and going down sort of a darker path. And so the storyline is supposed to be that you can either play as Marielle, being really mischievous and going off and doing a whole bunch of stuff, or you can play as Marco, where you're trying to essentially help your sister and try to rein her back in and be yo, you need to chill out, stop with the stealing, come back, be your old self. You can still be mischievous and have a lot of fun, just don't steal. So that was sort of the idea. And again, I never actually played it, but I do think it could be fun, so I might do it at some point. But yeah, that was pretty much the original story idea, which is not what I went with, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But I'm going to cut you back into real time real quick because I realized something a little funny. Okay, I've been thinking for a while that she looks a lot like Kari, but I just put Kari's hair on her, and oh my god. She looks like Kari. That's so weird. Okay, but with that out of the way, let's go ahead and tell you the actual story of Marielle. So when I actually played Marielle, I just wanted to play a Rags to Riches, and I just wanted to pick somebody. I didn't feel like making a new character, so that's why I went into my gallery and I just happened to choose Marielle. I deleted her brother and I just played with her. And I just went in, and she lived in Willow Creek. I started on an empty lot, and I just started building up her own little house, right? And while she was building, she was a teen, so she was still going to school and stuff while she was doing that. But she made three friends. There was Wolfgang Munch, Rohan Elderberry, and then a random sim who I don't remember. I just know she was a redheaded girl. But yeah, they became her three best friends, right? And Wolfgang was by far her best friend. Rohan, it was sort of like a romantic interest, and then her other friend, who's she was just a friend. She was just a friend she could always talk to, you know. So those were her three friends, and she was just like sort of building up her house while she was hanging out with these guys and going to school and all that. But eventually things start happening where she decides that she wants to start dating Rohan. So her and Rohan end up together. They're really flirty and everything. They're hanging out all the time. And eventually they go to like the secret world in Willow Creek where you like go through the tree. They go there and then they like ask each other to they start dating there, and they give each other promise rings and everything, and it's really cute and really sweet and really wholesome. But then I go and ruin everything because I can, you know. Um, I don't know why I play such messed up storylines in my own free gameplay. It's always like really messed up ones because Marielle decides that she's going to cheat on Rohan. Her perfectly sweet, wonderful boy. She decides she wants to cheat on him. And who else would she cheat with but her best friend Wolfgang, right? So with Wolfgang, she's not like into him the same way she's into Rohan. Like with Wolfgang, it's purely just flirty. Like she doesn't have any real like emotional attachment to him. She doesn't want to start dating him or anything like that. She's perfectly happy with him being her best friend, but they hook up. Basically, that's the idea. And as they're doing that, she gets pregnant and she has a baby. But of course, she doesn't want to tell her boyfriend that she's been cheating on him, so she tells him that the baby's his. So Rohan is basically raising her child, who turns out to be a little girl whose name I don't remember. But she has this little girl, and Rohan thinks it's his. So Rohan's like raising it with her, and he moves into her house, and they live together, and they're like this cute little family, but they have this dark secret, right? And Wolfgang knows that the kid is his, but of course he's not going to say anything because like he's in the same boat as oh my god, I almost called her Kari. Oh my god. He's in the same boat as Marielle, where he's perfectly happy with their relationship being just friends who hook up. But he's like their best friend. He comes around and like he becomes friends with Rohan as well, which makes it even more messed up. But he becomes friends with Rohan as well, and then he becomes sort of like the de facto uncle for their baby when he's actually the father. But you know, he becomes like the de facto uncle because he's always there, always helping out, being like a good friend and everything. And the only people like she ends up telling her other friend, the girl whose like name I can't remember, she ends up telling her, so she knows that Wolfgang's the real dad, and Wolfgang knows that he's the real dad. The only one who doesn't know is Rohan, which is really sad because Rohan absolutely loves the little girl, and like he loves her like his own daughter because he thinks she is. So it's like it's really messed up. Telling this back, I'm like, why did I come up with this storyline? It's so bad. But anyways, then it's just like they're doing that and they're living like that for a while. But then while the baby is still a baby, she gets pregnant again, and this time it is actually with Rohan's kid. So her and Rohan have a son together, and I don't remember his name either. But they do end up having a son, and it's like pretty much right after their son is born, the daughter ages up. So the daughter becomes a toddler, and they're spending all their time together. And Rohan, she becomes like a total daddy's girl. She hangs out with Rohan all the time. She absolutely loves him. And of course, Marielle's not going to tell her toddler that her quote unquote dad isn't her dad, and that her quote unquote uncle is actually her dad. She's not going to tell her that. So that's sort of a secret she's keeping. And so like they're just like living life, and they're all sort of like it's happy, but at the same time it's really messed up because everything seems to be going well, but that's only because the secret hasn't come out yet, right? And so that was pretty much where I left things. Like, I mean, they were doing other stuff during that time. I mean, like, they were aging up, like they became adults and everything. Rohan went to college because, like, obviously he comes with Discovery University, so obviously he wants to go to college. So he goes to college and everything. His grandparents pass away, so we have like funerals for his grandparents, all that stuff. And then like we're all just like I don't know, they're all just like friends and they have like this idyllic little life, but it just got this big secret that the daughter is actually the best friends and not the husband, boyfriend. And I think I did actually get them engaged. I don't have any screenshots of it, but I'm pretty sure I did actually get them engaged. So yeah, they did like towards the end, like that was sort of where where it ended for me. Like when I stopped playing the save and sort of switched to other things. There was sort of like it was right after they had the son, and like I think he might have aged up actually. Like I don't have any screenshots of it, but I'm pretty sure I aged up the son because I feel like I remember like dressing him and everything, but I don't remember his name or anything like that. But yeah, so that was sort of where things ended, was basically what I've told you so far, is the story so far. And it's just like, I think back on it and I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I make this messed up storyline? Because it really is sad. Like it was fun to play. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot of fun to play. And then like, there were times where like Wolfgang would be at the house hanging out with her, and they'd be like being flirty and whatnot. And then Rohan would come home from school, and it's like, oh God, like, is he gonna catch them? Is he gonna walk in on it? Like, what's gonna happen? And it's because like I leave my Sims on full autonomy all the time, and because like they're in a romantic relationship, they might autonomously flirt at any moment, and it's just like, Sims don't have the tact to know not to flirt in front of their other partner, you know. So it was like, oh God, is it gonna go bad? I have no idea. So it was like, it was awkward like that. But yeah, it was fun to play, but it definitely a messed up story. But the idea for like where I wanted to go from that point was, I didn't know how I wanted to play it out. I didn't know if I wanted to play out the storyline where she tries to just keep it a secret and just tries to keep living the idyllic little life she's living, where she has the boyfriend and the best friend and her kids, and she's just living this lie basically. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to do that, or if I wanted to do the storyline where she comes clean and tells Rohan, and she's like, hey, this is what's been happening. And then from that, there's two directions it could go. Like, he could either be like, okay, I'm okay with, like, I forgive you. I'm not okay with it, but I forgive you. So just end things with Wolfgang and we'll be fine. And then there was also the direction where he's like, he says, no, obviously I don't want to be a part of this. And then he leaves with their son. But then from that, there's the angle of how is he going to deal with like the daughter, because he really loved the daughter, even though she wasn't his, you know? So it's like, how is he going to deal with that? Is he going to come back and be a part of the daughter's life while still trying to avoid Marielle? Like, what's going to happen? Like, from that point, would she end up getting with Rohan, like with Wolfgang, or would she try to find somebody else? Would she try to get Rohan back? Like, what's sort of the direction she wants to go? So there was a lot that could happen with this, and I thought it was really fun, and I just never got around to actually doing it, you know, because like it was one of those things where like I was really into the save for a long time, so I was playing it all the time. But because like I play on long lifespan, so it, like, in my personal gameplay I play on long lifespan, so it was taking a while, right? But anyways, the like, I was playing it for a while and I had a lot of fun with it, but then I get into like my moods with saves where it's like, I don't get burnt out on the Sims altogether. I get burnt out on saves. So it's just like, I'm done with this save and I need a break from it, so I switch to something else. You know, that's sort of the idea of it. So with that one, that was sort of what happened, is I sort of got burnt out on it, and I didn't know what direction I wanted to take the story yet, because there were so many different possibilities of where to take it, right? So I didn't know which direction I wanted to take it. So I was like, I'm going to take a break from this. And then it sat there for months without being played. And then I deleted all my CC. And so when I deleted all my CC, I deleted all my old saves and everything, because I didn't want to have to go back and try to fix the entire save, because then like I would lose like everything, their entire house, all their clothes, everything would just be different. So I was just like, you know what, I just deleted it. So I just deleted all my old saves, and it makes me kind of sad sometimes. I have like an old folder on my in my pictures that's just like, it's called Old Sim Saves Gone But Not Forgotten. That's literally what the title is, because it's just like all my old saves that I really loved and I was having a lot of fun playing, but all of them sort of, I got rid of them when I deleted my CC folder. So like I look back at the pictures and I'm just like, oh, I miss this story. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to include those pictures in this VO. Like I'm probably going to have them like pop up, some screenshots and everything. I'm not entirely sure. I might do it. I don't know. It will depend on how much time I have and what work I have to do and stuff like that. But I think I'll do that. I have to go through and actually sort out the pictures. I haven't looked at them in a while. So yeah, that'll be a bit. But yeah, that's sort of like, that's the story, you know, that's Marielle's story. And, you know, I think it's a lot of fun. And I think this new look sort of suits her character a little more. Because like I feel like in the her original style, she looked a little too innocent for what she was actually doing, you know? Because like she's actually like, she's not a very good person when you think about it. She's really not. But like she looked very innocent in her other style, because she just wore a lot of big pink sweaters. She just looked comfy and cozy all the time. She looked very cute. But I feel like with this one, she still looks cute, but there's like that little hint of like I've got some mischief going on, you know. I'm not your innocent kid, you know, that sort of thing. So, yeah, but I think it would be a lot of fun to play her story again. I mean, obviously, like with the story, it sort of just played out on its own. I didn't make it like I didn't specifically choose this is the storyline I'm going for. It just sort of ended up that way. So I don't know if I'd try to recreate the same storyline, but I feel like I could see myself doing it again because it was a lot of fun and I did really enjoy it. And I like this new look for her now. So I feel like this look could work very well with reincorporating that storyline. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. These are all her outfits all done. I'm really happy with her. I hope you guys are. I hope you enjoyed the story as messed up as it was. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.